Hello? I suppose I should post on Twitter. That one. Hey everyone. I decided to do I guess a bit of an AMA slash a little bit of like story time. Like my whole life story, because why not? So I don't know. I was hanging out with Crumpet earlier today, and he came across me and started just talking, and decided to do his Crumpet thing and like bully us. And he's telling me I'm cuter as a mute and I should be a mute again. But I made me think about like who I am. And oh, thank you so much, Kitsura. And Dakana Bodan, thank you for 11 months. I love your gut. Thank you guys for the subs. Anyways, I was thinking about like who am I? Why am I here? What put me here? And I realized I could just share. I don't really know the answer as to why I am here, of all places, and why it's me of all people. So I was just gonna like talk about who I am. Hey, Funard. So, I was born in Bountiful, Utah Hospital on April 30th, 1993. My birth name, as many people have seen because I'm terrible about not leaking stuff when I stream on Discord. My birth name was Brian Wayne Paulson. That is the name my parents gave me. I have since started going by Bree. I should legally get changed, and I also need to get off of all my dumb emails and off of my dumb desktop. But anyway, when my mother was pregnant with me, she didn't want to have a baby, so she took some medication, some sort of antibiotic that's known to cause like birth defects and well, frankly, miscarriages. And after taking it for like 2 weeks, she decided to stop. But I was born with a cleft palate because I was told that is likely the cause of my cleft palate. So when I was born, I had like a giant hole going from my mouth to like my nasal cavities and going out to like the front of my face. So it was like a cleft lip, cleft palate. So I had like a giant hole in my head. Anyways, kind of because of that, I was bullied a lot as like a kid. And I don't know, I always felt like a bit of an outsider. I had a hard time making friends, especially when I was really young. I started to make more friends when I got a little bit older. But I always definitely felt like I just didn't belong. On top of that, as I was growing up, and this is some weird stuff, like, so when I was in early grade school, my dad wanted to be a woman. And he came out kind of like to my mom, to some family, not to us kids, as being a woman, as being transgender. He started taking medication. He started dressing when he wasn't around us kids. Like he would go out and like dress as a woman. And it really upset my mom because she's super religious. And generally speaking, transgender women don't really fit within the whole nuclear family under God type situation. So I don't know. I was like, my mom definitely was not happy about my dad's choice. And my dad eventually did go back. Like, he decided not to pursue it. But definitely it did end my parents' marriage anyways. My mom decided to divorce my dad. Growing up, I don't know. I don't know if you would call it gender affirmative dressing or cross dressing, but as a small child, I used to dress up as a girl a lot. But whenever my mom found me, she'd get mad at me and she'd like hit me. And I think it's because having dealt with it with like my dad, like it just kind of was a really sensitive like thing. And like her seeing me do it, she was very against it. And so were my grandparents. I do remember my grandma finding me dressed as a girl and picking me up and like kind of like, I don't know, being a little bit rough with me and like putting me on a trash can and saying it's your garbage. So I had a lot of stuff stopping me from wanting to pursue this, like growing up. And to me, like, it didn't really occur to me that was like a legitimate thing you could do. It was always something, it was just bad. I was wrong. Transgender women were wrong. It wasn't God's plan. It ruined my family. My mom hated it. And like, I don't know. It's very much suppressed. I also remember, like, throughout junior high, like, people found out about my dad, and they would like call me names, and they would like say, "Oh, your dad dresses up in girls' clothing. You're weird. You're queers. Whatever." Say all sorts of stuff. And I remember getting into like 2 or 3 fights with other kids, and the thing is, like, my defense was like, no, he's not, he's a man, and I'm not queer, and queers are gross, and like, I would try and defend what I thought was right at the time, I guess. I also have a memory, well, and physical evidence, I guess, but like, when I learned about my dad, I was so upset with him. And he was like trying to lose weight so he could look good as like a woman. Because, I don't know, when you find out about yourself that like, I don't know, growing up, like my own experiences have been like, I never was happy as a man. I didn't want to be a man. So I never really took care of myself. I knew I was never going to be happy. The moment I thought that like I could be a girl, like everything improved for me. Like I had more self-confidence. I got in shape. I like worked really hard to try and like up my hygiene and how I dress. And my dad was kind of doing the same, and he was like losing weight. But like I remember finding him because he would write it. Like in the bathroom we had, there was like a cabinet, and he would write down his progress with weight loss. And I remember finding that as a kid and knowing that it made my mom really angry and made my parents fight. And I like scribbled over it with crayon and said, "Dad, please stop." I don't know. I was like watching my family get torn apart because of the like difference in beliefs and values that my parents had. And being raised in the church and stuff, I like sided with what was conventionally believed to be like right for a man to do. Um so I definitely, I don't know, I feel like I probably was transphobic as a child, having like seen my dad go through some of it, and then like having that affect me in school, having it affect my parents' marriage. Um, I don't know. And then like being disciplined as a kid whenever I showed any indications, I'm sorry, of wanting to be a girl. Um, so I don't know, I dealt with that on top of being like having like a cleft palate when I was a child. I had a million surgeries. I don't know how many, but over 10. So I was like in and out of the hospital throughout grade school getting like cosmetic surgeries for my nose and my mouth. And I don't know, I still have a really hard time breathing through my nose. My teeth are all super crooked, so it is hard for me to talk. So even without trying to like train my voice to be feminine, I don't know, I've always had a hard time talking. So it definitely made sense why I was a mute. But I don't know, it's always been a struggle to accept how I sound and to be willing to like put myself out there. Anyways, also, so growing up, so out of grade school, right, dealing with being having a cleft palate, so kind of looked really weird as a kid, having a transgender dad. Um, I was I was very I was a bad child. I I don't know. I did what many young children, especially young boys going through puberty, do, and I used to masturbate. Well, I mean, used to, I still do, but I also used to too. Anyways, it's not something that's looked on as being a good thing by religious people, so I had to go to like therapy to like try and like get me to stop, which kind of didn't work. I always felt so ashamed. I mean, I feel like a lot of people feel ashamed by their sexuality, especially at first. But I remember going week after week, and like, actually, I think I went like, I don't think it was quite daily, but it was a lot of times a week. And like, we always also had like group sessions, so there would be like, I don't know, anywhere from like 8 to 12 other like boys, and then the therapist guy, and he would like go around the room and be like, "Are you clean this week? Are you clean this week?" And if everyone was clean, then he would like buy pizza for everybody. But if like somebody was like no, then like you just felt this huge like weight of disappointment, like letting everyone down. Hey, I sinned, I did a terrible thing, I'm a bad person, and now everybody's punished. So I just like ended up lying because unable to complete the course, I had to have gone for like 6 months or something without masturbating. So I would just go to therapy like multiple times a week and just lie out of my face and be like, yeah, I'm clean, I'm fine, as they went around the room. So I was just always so ashamed of myself. Lying is never good. And I don't know. I guess I just felt social pressure in that situation. I just kept doing it until I was awarded a certificate at the end of 6 months. I won't have to go to therapy anymore and like have Bible verses read to me about how masturbation is wrong. Um, that definitely impacted my psyche. Um, so yeah, growing up, I felt so deeply, deeply ashamed of who I was. It almost hurts to think about a younger version of myself who just hated themselves. Like, I hated myself. I still deal with it in a lot of ways. Um, as soon as I turned 18, I went to school. So my dad, I don't know, in the LDS church, it's like a really big cultural thing to serve a mission, which is where a young man at the age of like 18 will go out somewhere in the world and proselyte. They'll teach the gospel. And girls can do it as well. I think they do it a little older, though, like 2 or 3 years older. But my dad really wanted me to go on a mission because, like, my dad went on a mission, my dad's dad went on a mission. All my friends, when you're growing up as a young man in the church, like, you go on a mission. That's your goal of going to church, is you eventually go do that. Um, so I was definitely pressured too. But I mean, one of the requirements is you have to be temple worthy. And to be temple worthy, you have to not be masturbating. And I was just never worthy. And like, I was unworthy. I just wasn't worthy. I'm not worthy. Just always thinking that I'm not worthy. And it hurts. I I don't think that's healthy to do to young people. I just don't. I think it's trauma inducing and wrong. And I think the church has things about it that are good. That is not one of them. I definitely, my whole life, I have felt terrible about who I am. Um, I don't know. I went to college at BYU, Idaho, which is Brigham Young University in Idaho. Brigham Young, for those who don't know, is the name of the second prophet of the LDS Church. Like 100 years ago or whatever. I don't even remember the timelines. But anyways, so I went to like a church school, like a Catholic school, but for Mormons, for college. And I was put in a pre-missionary program. So the entire point of the program was like a combination of like seminary and religious doctrine classes, and like I could take like 2 or 3 normal college major classes, like history or social studies or whatever. Um, and actually, I was doing pretty well for like the first year of that, but it came time for me to like go on a mission, like because the program was only supposed to last like 9 months or something. So like the point is, you can get your college credits, you can get ready for your mission, and then we'll ship you off, and you'll go teach the gospel for 2 years before you come back. But pretty much as soon as I wasn't living at my parents' house, I wasn't going to church, I wasn't doing anything religious. Like, I was done. I was over it. I was like, this is not how the world is. So, obviously, I didn't go on a mission. So, you know, I definitely felt like my dad and my mom and everybody was like super disappointed in me. So obviously I didn't go back to BYU Idaho after that. I I like went back home and I lived with my mom for a few years. And I got work at like some crappy warehouse. And I just like was existing. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with myself. I wanted to get through school because I wanted to be an engineer like my dad. And I eventually did enroll at the like community college. And I went there for like a couple of years and I went through their like programs. And then I went to the University of Utah after like 2 years. And like my first year there, I like burned out so hard because I was working. I got my own apartment. And I don't know. I like woke up and I was like, I don't want to go work today. And I just didn't go. And then like a week went by and then like 2 weeks. And so like I lost my job. I wasn't going to class. I immediately fell behind. I just burned out so hard. Because I had to pay for my own school and housing and stuff. I just couldn't do it. Those who are able to get through that without like assistance, like they're amazing people. Um, what field of engineering, electrical engineering. I did get to roughly my junior year before I dropped out. After that, I don't know, I was just unhappy. I had no future that I could see. I just ended up getting another crappy job. And just trying to pay for my rent. I was luckily able to like keep up for a little while. But after like a year, I lost that job. And then I got kicked out of my apartment. And I went back to living with my mom for like 2 years. I think I was like 23 or 4 at the time. I don't know. I felt like a complete failure. And my mom like was super strict. She was like, "You can't have internet because I know you look at pornography. You can't have a phone. You can't blah blah blah." So even though I was like paying for my own phone and stuff, like she would just like take it away from me. Really sucked. Don't live with your mom's past 20 if you can help it. Do it if you have to, but oh my gosh, it sucks. What kind of crappy job? Let me see, what are all the jobs I've had? I worked as a TA when I was in college. Well, I worked as a cook first at the university. Then I worked as a TA for a physics professor. And then after that, I worked at a warehouse. Well, I think the warehouse was before the second batch of university I tried. So I worked at a warehouse. I did TA. I did after that. It was. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I have no idea how long I'm streaming. Sorry. Anyways, I worked at a warehouse. I worked at Sorensen Communications, which is a company that hires like a bunch of interpreters for ASL for like deaf and hard of hearing people. They can use like a video phone and they'll oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They will call into one of our interpreter centers and then an interpreter will help them communicate with like a doctor or like whoever they're trying to call. Hydrate with Pepsi. Anyways, so I worked at the engineering department there as like a temp for about 2 years. And that was actually a pretty good job. But my depression like raised its ugly head again. And I was like, I woke up, I'm like, oh, I could just not go to work today. And after a week of that, like my boss called me, he's like, we're considering this job abandonment. We're finding somebody else. It was nice working with you. Goodbye. So I lost that job. I got another job. After that, I think it was Betson next, which was a company that distributes and does like maintenance for arcade machines. So like my job was to like set up new arcades. So I would travel around the country a little bit, a lot to like Colorado. I was also like a service tech. So if people had like broken stuff and they wanted it to be serviced and their like local arcade techs weren't capable of handling it, they could call us and then we would come out and we had just more skills and tools available to fix arcade machines. So I did that again for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then my depression came again. I was like, I could just not go work. And I lost that job. After that, it was, I worked at Best Buy with my friend Mr. Basement, who helped me get that job. And there I was doing appliance delivery. It was just like lifting refrigerators and like washing machines and dryers and ranges and all that into like people's houses. It was very manual, very, very not dainty, very not Firefox. But I did that for, like, again, a year and a half. And that is one job I didn't actually lose. I actually, my friend Mr. Basement injured his shoulder and he couldn't do the job anymore. So he got like some workers' comp for a few months, but then he found a job doing solar. And he was doing that for a while down at Vivint in Lehigh. And he invited me to come work with him. Or wait, no, actually I think Vivint came before Best Buy. Mr. Basement's helped me find a lot of jobs. Yeah, we did solar at Vivint together for like a year. And then we started working at Best Buy together. And after that, Mr. Basin got another job at Empire Solar, which is another solar company, and they had a lot better pay. It was a lot better than Best Buy. It wasn't as much hard work. He also helped me get that job, so I left Best Buy, followed him to Empire Solar, which is when I discovered VR chat. So I was working in downtown Salt Lake at Galvin Plaza, and I got a new apartment because I got a lot better pay. I was making like $20 an hour there, which isn't huge, but for me it was pretty good. And I don't know. I moved in here. I started playing VR chat a lot. I had already been playing VR chat when I was working at Best Buy actually. And that's when I like met Crumpet. And towards the end of that, I went to Empire, moved in here. I don't know, and then like I lost my job at Empire. If I'm being honest, it's because VR chat was consuming my whole life. I was spending like all day with Rob and Crumpet. Like I was staying up with Rob till like 3 a.m. playing Minecraft or something stupid. And so like I would fall asleep at work and I got fired, as I should have. And after I got fired, and they were also reducing staff as well. In fact, they ended up like completely dissolving the company after I left, like a few months after. Anyways, I was really opposed to streaming because I was like, I'm not an extrovert. I don't talk to people. I just like to do my thing with my friends. And I didn't want to like complicate my relationships with like Rob and Grumpa and everybody by having it be my income as well. I just want to support them. But I lost my job at Empire and I was like, well, I see Mingo, I see Blue Haze. They had just started streaming for like a few months. They were pulling down like 800 subs. And I saw that, and I'll be honest, I was like, that would pay my rent. And then I wouldn't have to like try and find some other job. Or honestly, I waited too long because literally I was evicted from my apartment. I had an eviction notice. I didn't have money. I actually had a police officer come and tell me to get out of the apartment. And he was just standing there, and he like, when I opened the door, he like put his foot through the door, and he just like walked into my apartment and was like, "You're out of here. Like, get your stuff. I'll let you grab some things and then leave." So I was escorted out. I like slept in my car for a few days. And that was like right before I got my first payout from Twitch. Cause I don't know, I waited like a month after I lost my job before I decided, yeah, I would try and stream. And I had been late before, so my complex was like really mad. Like they were like ready to just get rid of me. But I got my payout. I was able to like call the lawyer of the complex or whatever, because it's owned by some other fat stupid company. And the lawyer actually had already put me in collections for my rent and the rest of my lease. And I talked to them, and I was able to negotiate. I'm like, hey, I can pay like the next 2 months, and I should be good for the rest of the lease. I lost my job. It's COVID going on, which I didn't really get fired because of COVID. I mean, I don't know why the company collapsed, probably because of COVID. Maybe it's a legitimate answer. But I pretty much just begged them to like let me back into my apartment, and I would keep paying, so they were willing to. I've been here since, just streaming. But I won't lie, I do sometimes get afraid that like I'm just not gonna be funny enough. I left the lobby obviously because like I dated Crumpet, and then Rob was like, "Oh, you can't date Crumpet, blah blah blah." And then Crumpet dumped me. I got really depressed and like decided to leave. And I have been afraid ever since then that like, I don't know. I don't have that exposure. I don't have those big streamer friends. So I don't know if my stream will hold up. It's kept going for like over a year now. Or well, about a year. Almost a year? I don't know. No, I am 28 years old. I'm an old farty poop head. So I don't know. I have so when I got evicted, I like lost my job. Couldn't pay for HRT anymore. I haven't been on that for like a couple of months until just recently, and I was able to like buy insurance, and it's super expensive. But I've at least started back on HRT, but I do feel like I got set back like a year almost. I don't know if it's quite a year, but I don't know. It was like a year and a half, I guess. I mean, since I started streaming. But anyways, that is, I don't know. That's what brought me here. I guess as many transgender people do, when they discover VR chat and like VR and the ability to just express yourself and be what you want to be, like it just felt amazing. And I met other transgender women, and it was the first time in my life I seriously was like, wait, being transgender isn't just like a death sentence to your life and like having your family hate you forever, and like you're not just some creepy weirdo who's some ugly old guy in a dress. Because that's what I legitimately thought it was for me. Being transgender was like my mom divorcing my dad. It was getting bullied as a kid in school because my dad was transgender. It was not a good thing. And of course, he decided to stop. So I don't know. For me, it was like being trans. I was like, I don't think I was ever transphobic. I've never hated other people for who they are, but like, to me, being transgender was gross. It was wrong. It was thin. It was like, don't do it. You just don't do it. And it took me meeting other people who just put up their middle fingers to all that. Just flipped the bird to establishment and society, and you shouldn't do that. And they did it, and they're amazing. I am a huge fan of people like Autumn and Jade and Veronica. I just, they are amazing to me. Because I saw them, I talked to them. Veronica was like the first one I met, the first transgender woman who I like met and got to know a little. And like we even had like a Discord call or two. And I just like asked them like, hey, how does that work? What's it like? And after that I was like, that's what I am. I've been that way all my life, and you're like living proof that like somebody can do it. And I decided to go for it. I got an HRT. I got like laser hair removal, like bought makeup and clothes and like stuff. I still haven't been super public about it IRL. Scary. It is scary. People who are publicly transgender are brave. They really are. In like a way that I don't have the words to express. I posted some pictures of myself in Discord just before I started streaming. That's me. That's what I look like. That's what I have to work with. Those are about a year old though. I haven't taken new ones. I just haven't had the confidence. But that's me. But you can see why, like, I don't know. I met Crumpet like what 1 or 2 weeks after starting playing this game, and like I heard his little gay femme voice, and it just was like, hey, you're a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I haven't told anybody I'm a weirdo. But look at me in VR chat. Just dancing in front of a mirror as like a cute girl. So even though he was like a little bit, I don't know, abrasive, a person, I was fascinated. And he gave me a lot of attention. He like came up to me. He's like, do things for me. Oh, you're cute. Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, you have a terrible voice. You're cuter when you mute. Just be a mute. And like, I didn't know he was at that time. I just thought this was like a powerful, confident gay man telling me that I'm cute, but only when I shut up. So I just kind of went with it because I wanted to know more. But yeah, it definitely kept me from trying to talk. And then it became this whole like mute meta, blah blah blah, the lobby streamers being mute, blah blah blah. And I just kind of went with it because that's what like the people I cared about wanted from me. They just wanted me to be shut up and be cute for my stream. It was only after like I broke down. And like after getting broken up with Crumpet, like I did not get good closure on that. Like the last conversation I had with him was after he told me he's like, hey, I love you, but I can't be with you. I can't ask you to wait for me, but I love you. And I was like, well, I love you, and if we love each other, then let's wait. That's fine. But he pretty much just kept pushing me away more and more. I got upset with Rob because I felt like he was a big force that was driving us apart. I don't know how involved he really was in it. I know he was against it. Told me I can be as mute if I did Crumpet or whatever. But I mean, I can see why he would be against it. I don't really blame him anymore. I used to be really mad at him. But I can see, like, hey, I'm trying to be a streamer, I'm trying to make content, try to have this community, and having all my, like, coworkers fucking each other is really stupid. I learned that the very hard way. Yes, it is really stupid. But I just felt very disowned. Like, because I was mad at Rob. I'm like, I'm not going to be your mute anymore, even though Crumpet did decide to break up with me, like, immediately after we talked to Rob about it. Because I felt very hurt by both of them. And so I told him, like, I'm not going to be your mute then. I can't have somebody trying to control that part of my life. And yeah, he, like, made it clear. He's like, well, you're fine to just be here, but I'm not going to give you the attention or anything anymore because you're not my mute, and I care about my mute. So I felt like, okay, so me as the person who you've been with for like a year, doesn't matter, just the position of being cute on your stream. It made me very upset. That's why I left. That and just getting continually, like, pushed away and ignored by Crumpet, who I was head over heels about at the time. Which kind of, I don't know. There was just one day a couple months ago, I just, like, got really mad at Crumpet and, like, told him I hate him over and over in DMs till he blocked me. And I told him, like, block me, you dummy. I hate you, you coward. It was cringe. I was cringe. And they blocked me. I cried. I cried all night. I got up the next day, started my stream. I'm like, moving on. New me, new Fox. Immediately broke down. Cried on stream. Felt so bad I unmuted myself. I'm like, I just need people to know I hurt. And that's how I unmuted. And now it's been like a few months, and for some reason I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go hang out with Crumpet again. We haven't talked to each other for months. I still kind of cared about him, but I just felt like that was a mistake. Going back to him, I was like, you don't care about me, do you? You stopped caring about me a really long time ago. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go back anymore. I might try and do stuff with like Mingo or XCon, like dancing tonight was really fun. But it was a bad idea to go back to like Crumpet streams. A little bit of that came out. And like he was like, I was talking to Sora, we were doing like a little pseudo date. I wasn't really putting up a character, I was just like talking to Sora about who I was. Like Crumpet just like comes over, calls me leftovers, calls me the drags. And I'm like, you know what, Crumpet? You're the one who made me leftovers. You're the one who didn't care about me. I got a little bit stupid. Probably shouldn't have done that. But, yeah, I know it was kind of roleplay, but kind of not. Like, there is a point where, like, role-playing a dick 24/7, eventually you just become a dick. I think it's something that kind of happened to both Rob and Crumpet. I do think they do care about people in their own ways, but like, there are times where it's like, why would you come over and do that? That is just a dick move. Thank you, Tara. That being said, I don't think they're terrible people or anything. They just have whatever their priorities are. Well, streaming. Streaming is their one and only priority. People come second. Not that they don't care about people, it's just people come second. I learned that the hard way. So, I don't know. It just got to me really badly. Like, he just comes over when I'm trying to just socialize and just starts calling me out and says, hey, Fox, your voice sucks. You would be better. You were better when you were a mute. I'm like, fuck you. I was born deformed, I'm transgender, and I'm fucking proud of who I am. And my voice is shit and I'm working on it, but fuck you. Okay? That's how I feel. That is my story. That's who I am. I don't know. I was just mad. I just wanted to be out. Like, this is me. I posted on my Discord, that's what I look like. I'm weird. I get it. I'm a weird femboy looking person. I wish I was a girl. I'm trying to be a girl. I do identify as transgender. But that's just me. Okay, this is what I sound like. But I'm trying to be going forward. So don't come at me with your bullcrap. Don't flame me for being leftovers when you were the dick who dumped me after you used me. Don't call me out on my voice. And I know it's super cringe to sit on here and stream and just like, oh yeah, well, here's my comeback. It's so dumb. But it just made me mad. It's not like they listen to me anyways, so whatever. But I also want to I don't know, that's my story time. But I also answering questions I want people who felt ashamed of their sexuality, of their gender, of who they are. You're okay, okay? You're a good person. You're not unworthy. You're not useless. You're not trash. You're not the dregs. You're a good fucking person. Sometimes it makes sense to hide a little bit of yourself away, try and explore who you are, but just love yourself. Because no matter where you come from, you shouldn't feel bad about who you are. You shouldn't accept people just bullying you. Sometimes, yeah, it's friends and it's in fun, but man, sometimes it is in bad freaking taste. And I don't hate Crumpet. I'm a little mad at him right now. I don't think he's a bad person. I think he definitely prioritizes streaming over other things that is unhealthy, but whatever. So I'm not trying to twit longer people and call him out, but I am gonna call him out and say, don't make fun of my voice again. It's who I am. I am working on it. I know it is not fluid and confident and go around bully people all the time with it. It's just who I am. And stop making fun of me for that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm proud. I'm proud. I'm here. I'm in my Discord. There are pictures of me. Forgive me if I'm not confident enough to just turn on a camera and be like, hey, be amazing because you are. I still have some hold-ups. Not fully the most crazy self-confident person. But that is me. I posted more pictures of myself unfiltered. Me just being a weird, gay, little sexual whatever. You know how degen I am. But when you hear my voice, you see me doing weird stuff, just know that, yeah, that is who's behind the VR headset. It's me. I'm Bree Paulson. It's my name. I was born Brian Wayne Paulson. But I'm Bree. I'm Bree Paulson. And I am happy by Firefox Blue. It's the name I chose as a handle or whatever. That's my name. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my dad. He's had his own struggles. he thought he was a woman, and he was pressured by like his parents, his wife, and society, and he chose to just be a dad. And I love him for that. I wish as a child I would have been more woke. I mean, you can blame an elementary school kid raised in a Mormon church for not knowing what transgender person is. I'm proud that my dad did explore that part of himself. I am sad that like he wasn't in a place, and he had made commitments to a woman and married her under the pretense of being a straight guy. It definitely happens to transgender women. I'm proud of him though. I'm proud of the support he's given me and my family. I'm proud of my mom, even though she's a religious nut job. Oh my gosh, she really is. I love her though. I have hardcore desensitized her though. Oh my gosh, I don't know. She has actually been way more accepting of who I am than I ever thought she would be, and I am very proud of her for that. It is not easy to have a transgender kid. You don't understand it. It's weird to you. A lot of parents really fail really hard. I know a lot of transgender women who completely disowned, you're not my child anymore, blah, blah, blah. Parents can be, well, I mean, they're people, so they can be as crappy as people can be. My mom, definitely when I was growing up and then dealing with my dad, was very transphobic. And marrying a man and having them be like, wait, I think I'm a woman, that is hard to deal with. I don't have a good answer to relationships like that. But she has grown a lot, I think. And I asked her to start referring to me as Bree, calling me a girl, and sometimes she doesn't, sometimes, but she has made an effort to. There was definitely a period where like every time I saw her after I came out, she was like, oh, you are my son. Oh, you're such a good man. Oh, you're going to make some lady really happy. I really had to be like, Mom, no, this is not, I love you. I know what you want for me. That's not who I am. Why would you go transgender? What a question that is. I mean, it's a good question. Why am I transgender? I don't know, the whole like nurture, nature, choice, whatever. My personal take. This is just me, not backed up by any scientific evidence, anything like that. And this is my experience. It may not be true for other people. Other transgender women may think very differently. For me, I feel like it is a choice. It's also, there's more to it than that. There's like, all my life, I've wanted to be a girl. I've always, and when I fantasize about like relationships and sexual intimacy, I want to be a girl. I don't want to fuck somebody. I want to get fucked. If I may be so crass, I want to work out. I want to be cute. I want to be diminutive. I want to be. I mean, I want to be stereotypically women, like almost unhealthily stereotypically woman. I want to be very submissive, and maybe guys can do that too, and they can. But like, for me, it also comes like I want to wear dresses. I want to have cute skirts. I want to have long, cute hair that I can brush. I want to have a nice guy hold me. These are just the things I want. I want to fit into society, into a relationship. as a woman, biologically, I wish I were a woman. I wish I could have a vagina. I wish I had big boobs. Um, I, it is like, these are the things I desire, just in my core. Like, why do I desire these things? Maybe we could see a therapist about that, but that's what I want. And, like, I could choose to accept that and pursue medical treatment, hormones, surgery to try and fit within those roles that I desire to fit into. Or I can try and suppress it. I feel like my dad decided to suppress it. He explored it later in his life, and it ruined his marriage. And it was an ugly divorce. There were police involved, there was fighting, a lot of like court dragged on for forever because like it took forever to decide like which parent had custody. Usually the mother gets custody in like most divorces. But like my dad fought tooth and nail because he didn't want to be separated from his kids. So I don't know, but in the end he decided to get remarried to another woman, be a man, have 2 more kids who are amazing. I love those kids. So, I mean, I don't know. Do I feel sorry for my dad? I don't know. I can't. Like, I didn't live his life. I didn't make the choices he made. Is he happy where he is right now? Maybe. I'll be honest, my dad is kind of a downer. He works really hard, but he like hates his job, and every time I talk to him, it's always like, I'm always so overwhelmed, and work is terrible, and life is miserable. It's hard to like see him and think he's happy. I hope he is. I mean, he does say his children and family are like the thing that bring him purpose and joy. And that is a really nice thought. And I'm sure it is true. I wish he was a happier person though. Just on the day to day. I've been a little bit crying. Just as I've been talking about this stuff, a lot of it's pretty emotional to me. But yeah, that is, I don't know, I've been living a lot of my life in this virtual fantasy. Here I gotta be Firefox Blue. I gotta be this cute fox girl. I was a mute for like forever, hanging around, you know, like Rob and Crumpet and everybody who would just come up to me and be like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Look at my cute mute. She's amazing. I love her. You take someone like me who's been hated on by their family and by their peers all their childhood for wanting to be a girl, for having a dad who wanted to be a girl, for being, you know, disfigured due to having a cleft palate. You take someone like that, you make them pretty, and then you tell them they're cute and wonderful and you want to show them off to the world. It is like cocaine, heroin. It's, I don't know, I could not get enough. Having Rob look at me and just be like, you're my cute mute and I love you and I'm so proud of you. Yeah, it was intoxicating. I don't know. I think to them though, it's like, well, hey, look at this cute person, their content. I can throw them on my Twitch screen and people will watch me. And that's kind of the extent of it. I didn't feel like at the end of the day after all the cards fell, because I thought they were my friends. I really, really did. And maybe there was some friendship there. At the end of the day, like the priority was like, are you good for my stream or not? And that decides whether I care about you. So I get it. Like, you have to find ways to be relevant, to be interesting, because life is not guaranteed. Like, streaming, especially, it's not guaranteed. Like, it's always a struggle to feel like you're doing well. Rob has his girlfriend, he bought a new house, he's made some big, like, financial decisions. He doesn't want to have, like, crap come down and, like, ruin streaming for him. Because he does play an edge of, like, oh, I'm a big bad guy and I don't take crap from people. And it does foster a lot of dislike for him. Some of it legitimately earned. But I don't know. I don't think he, like, is a malicious person. I think he should be a little bit more careful with people around him. But I hope he does well. I genuinely do. I hope his streams continue to do well. I think he is very entertaining. I think he is. I don't know. He's an okay guy. He's not terrible. I won't call him a saint either, but he's an okay guy. And same with Crumpet. I'm a little mad at him right now. He's an okay guy. He's kind of an idiot sometimes, like a lot of the times. And I'm thinking of this whole, like, oh, being nice is cringe, go be mean to people. Look, I do have a backbone. I can take a joke. I can take a, oh, whatever. There's, like, some point where you're just like, stop just being mean to me. Like, are you my friend or not? For all the, crap I've been through with those people, all I get now is, like, being ignored. Because who wants to, like, have this on their stream? This, like, drama, this, like, hey, don't be mean to people, stop being a dummy. Someone who can talk, who's had a rough history with them, so now they just ignore me. I'm not content anymore. I'm too much a liability. So I don't think I am going to be able to reconnect them. If I just swallowed it, take the bullying, and just go in with my tail tucked between my legs, I could make it work. I'm not gonna do that. That's not who I am. I might try again to be friends with them, but, like, they're just gonna continue to be dismissive and bully people. I'm actually not interested. And I surprised myself by even saying that. For the longest time for this last year, all I wanted to do is go back to my friends. But I'm talking about now, I'm like, unless they change, and I doubt that will happen, I'm just not interested. I always want to go back there. I've been mad at them, but they were my friends. And I really did want to reconnect. But just looking at them now, having spent a couple days just hanging out, I realize they never really cared about me. Like, it really was just about having content. And that hurts a little bit. It's not a shock. Like, I've kind of known that for a while. I used to think a little bit better of them. But that is what it boils down to. They will be nice to people, and they're not, like, awful, but, like, only as long as it suits their streams. You know? I don't know. My stream is doing okay, but I do need to work harder if I want to make it work. I need to stream more. I have a hard time staying motivated, but I don't know. It's become, in my mind, more just about me. And this has been, like, moving in this direction for a long time. Like, Originally, my stream was about Robin Crumpet and being part of the Gator. And for the last year, it's just slowly, mentally for me, been like, about you, Fox. About what you want to do. I don't know. At the same time, I always want to go back. And looking at it now, I'm just not sure if that's true. I wish them the best, but like, I need to surround myself with people who want to support each other, yeah. But won't just forget you as soon as you aren't content for them. And I feel like that is what happened. That's why the lobby has so much turnaround, always has. I remember coming across, who was it? I know them. Just one of the old Gator boys. They were just sitting in the kitchen at the Gator. Just sad out of their mind. Like, where'd all my friends go? Everybody's new. I don't know anybody here. Everything's changed. And that's just kind of how that place is. It's not a friend group. It is just about scouting people, using them. If they stay interesting, keep them around. As soon as like you feel like you could replace them, then you do. And so, I don't know. Just, that's what they both want out of it. Their job. I wish they would not pretend to be friends. And actually, I respect Rob more than I thought, more than before because of this. Rob does not pretend to be people's friends. He's straightforward about what he does, what the lobby is about. First I thought it was really dickish and mean of him, but it's honesty. It's what he wants. He wants content. He wants to go home, or well, get off stream, and have a good day. Have a lot of subs. And take care of his girlfriend and pay for his house. With Crumpet pretends he's people's friends, but at the end of the day, he shares priorities with Rob. It's only he's not as direct about it. I think that will change with time. I think he will become more like Rob if he keeps like being like, oh, I'm just gonna like stream. I'm a streamer. This is what I care about. Then Crumpet will eventually just start having less and less people around him. And stop pretending to care about people. Because I feel like when I was part of the Gator, Crumpet was always constantly trying to help out problems, help out people who weren't feeling included. I don't feel like that's as true as it was. I know he still does some. But I think for him to be sane and keep to doing what he's doing, I think he's gonna have to be like Rob. Which is a little bit sad, but it's kind of what they chose. I don't know. The whole meme that streamers are cringe, like, it has a little bit of truth to it. And I'll admit what I'm doing right now is pretty cringe. I just got on and started talking about two people who I used to be my friends, and I'm not being good about it. I'm being very critical. And I know it's not going to win me any friends, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Rob made it an ongoing joke with me that, like, oh, he's gonna find some other mute if I'm not, like, always there, always being content, always being happy. And, he did. I don't resent Kyokuro at all because Kyokuro is just in the same spot I was a year ago. I've heard stuff where it's like, yeah, that relationship is about as messed up as I would have guessed. But maybe they'll make it work, who knows? Like Kyo is more of just like, I don't know. Kyo's crazy. She's funny. I like her. She's a little bit too horny for me. She's like trying to fuck a lot of people. But it's funny. I don't know. I really don't hold anything against Kyo for being my, quote unquote replacement. I unlike any of the other mutes Rob had previously, I kind of left on my own terms. Which I'm happy about. I didn't leave and be like, oh, Rob, why did you abandon me as your mute? No, Rob gave me an ultimatum and I was like, okay, no. So, whatever. That was my decision. But yeah, I don't know. I just got a little angry today. And I was like, well, let me just put forth who I am. This is me. I put out as much as me as I think makes sense. I'm gone on a camera. That's about it. You guys hear what I'm saying? You know what I look like. You know my history as a person, as a streamer. This is me. I did preface it with like a whole pity tale, but that is what I did grow up with. I mean, it wasn't all like sad and like feeling unworthy and blah blah blah. A lot of it was though, and it did impact my psyche a lot. I feel like a lot of young men and a lot of young women and a lot of transgender people went through similar stuff. And I do want to have the message of like, hey, you're cool, you're worthy, you're good, love yourself. I struggle with it sometimes. I often wake up, I'm like, what are you doing? I had an old friend of mine, and I use the word friend a little bit lightly. They just like came up to me one day and like, oh, are you still pretending to be a woman on the internet for your job? I'm like, oh, it's a little more complicated than that. And I want to make it clear that like that's why I shared those pictures, right? That is who I am. I'm not pretending to be something else. I mean, I kind of am, but also not. Like, I'm not saying this is all of Firefox. This is the image I choose to put forward using virtual reality technology. But if you really do want to know what I look like, it's in my Discord. So, yeah, this is me. Firefox Blue. Bree Paulson. I am a weird transgender girl. I'm proud of myself, proud of my voice. I'm proud that I am standing on my soapbox here, talking to 200 people or 100 people or how many people there are, and just being like, hey, I know my voice is weird. I hope it changes a little bit with time. I do need to put more effort into I don't know, getting it to be good. But I am proud of who I am. I'm Firefox Blue, Firefox Bree, Bree Paulson. That's who I am. It's weird. It's a weird journey. 2 years ago, if you had shown me this clip of myself standing up in front of like a camera of people and being like, this is who I am. It defines who I am. I would not have believed you. And I don't want to point anybody out. I've dealt with a lot of people who are very, they hate themselves. They're like, I don't know what I identify as. I struggle with my identity. I'm a girl, I'm a guy, I'm a blah, blah, blah. Gender is important. It is. It's worth spending money on. It's worth doing surgery. It's not as important as you. And I know people kill themselves all the time who are transgender. I've wanted to kill myself in the past. It is a thing. It is a part of reality. People kill themselves over this. When I say love yourself, like, you are going to hate yourself. That's part of this as well. That's what dysphoria is. You hate yourself. I hate myself all the time. I look at myself, I'm like, I am not what I want to be. I don't look like this. I look like what I look like in Discord. That's me. And that upsets me on a deep level that is hard to convey. And I hate myself, and I think I'm unworthy, and all these things from my childhood haunt me and bring me down and make me want to die. But I'm here. And those things led me here. I'm not proud of all of them. I got arrested for skinny dipping and masturbating in my backyard when I was in junior high. I'm not proud of that. Got charged with lewdness. I actually am. I am qualified, legally lewd. I'm weirdly proud of that. Okay, but weird. Anyways, it's just weird. Like, how do you get there? Because I know there are people who watch my stream, and they're like, "Who are you? How did you get to be what you are? As a streamer, as a transgender woman, as whatever. Like, I don't know who I am. You know, like me, the viewer. I don't know who I am. I think about, hey, am I a guy? Am I a girl? I struggle. Am I a femboy? I went through a femboy phase. You will go, you'll see my pictures in Discord. Femboy, not girl. Femboy, not in love with that fact. That's what I look like. But my hair is like, those pictures are like a year old. My hair's grown a little bit. I just started HRT again. Maybe I'll get FFS eventually if I make $1 million. But okay. I'm okay with that's what I look like. I don't want it to be that way. I want it to change, and I'm trying to change it. But I'm more important than what gender I am. And so are you. You're like, I don't know if I'm a guy or a girl. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Take your time, test things out. If being a girl, if you dress up as a girl and you stand in a mirror and you look at yourself and you're like, fuck, I hate this. I hate what I look like. I want to be a girl. I want to look good in these clothes. And I don't, and I hate it. Join the club. It's okay. It's okay to feel that way. We'll work with what we have. We'll try and be our best self. Just love yourself, even in those like really crappy moments. I don't like looking at myself in the mirror, but I'm okay. Like, I am worth trying to be a woman. I am worth not killing myself. I hate how many people I know. There are so many of my friends who are suicidal, and it just bums me out. Because I love them to death. I just wish they could know beyond gender, beyond depression, beyond all the things they're dealing with. They're just worthy. I wish I could just use that. I want to take this whole worthiness idea that religions love to use and be like, you, I don't care who you are, I don't care what you look like, I don't care what you identify as. You are worthy. You just are. You've always been worthy. You're just... I don't feel in myself all the time, but I am. I don't know what I'm worthy of, but I'm just worthy. Firefox Blue, Brie Paulson. I'm worthy. That's it. Thank you guys for all the subs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Autumn is amazing. Autumn struggles all the time too. She's wonderful though. And right now I'm standing up and I'm saying, hey, you're amazing, you're wonderful. I'm gonna go to bed tonight. I'm gonna hate myself. It's part of it. It's not a good part. It's not a happy part. It's not a part I'm proud of. But yeah, me standing here, Firefox Blue, some of you might look at those pictures and be like, oh, I wish I could look like that. Even though I don't even look good. But you're going to hate yourself. That's part of it, okay? It's okay that you hate yourself. It's not great. You need to work on that. But it's okay. It's not worth killing yourself over. It's not worth hurting yourself. It's not worth hating yourself or thinking that you are less because of it. You are still worthy. And life is so random and weird. The fact that we exist, there are layers upon layers of reasons why we shouldn't exist, or like a million things that could be slightly different, and none of us would be here, from the gravitational pull of like one piece of matter to another. Had for some reason gravity been slightly different, then atoms wouldn't be able to form the way they do. And because of that, we wouldn't have DNA, we wouldn't have life. Planets and solar systems could be completely different than what they are. Everything is so weird. And you just think of sperm, right? That had to fertilize that egg, one out of a whole bunch of little swimmers. It just happens that you are here right now on this earth. Anything could be different. The sun could be slightly bigger. We could be a different distance away from it. Some early ancestor of mammals could have gotten eaten by an alligator or something, and humanity wouldn't even exist. But we are here, you and me, right now. You're a conscious being. You can hear me. I can talk to you. That is special. That is so special. That is more special than being depressed, more special than being uncertain of what gender you are, or what orientation you are, or however mad your parents are, how crappy your job is, how hard it is for you to get a job in the first place. I have lost my job so many times. I have been so sad about my life not going according to plan. I have been miserably depressed, but I am conscious. I have this brain. I exist. And how absolutely ridiculous that is worth celebrating, worth trying. Not always, not all the time. I miss all my streams all the time. You guys well know. With streaming, it's been so bad because it's completely self-motivated. I have as many mornings as not where I just wake up and I don't want to exist and I go back to sleep. Not great. I have problems. But I exist. This conscious being exists. And it's freaking out about what it looks like and what gender it is and how close its friends are to them and how much it loves this person or that person or how dejected they are. But through all the bad days, there are good days. There will be for you as well. You're gonna have a lot of crappy days. Life is absolutely full of them. And you won't die. You're gonna hate yourself. You're gonna think, I'm unworthy. I'm worth dirt. I have so many people who've told me I'm not worth anything. I'm unimportant. I want you to just celebrate that you exist at all. I know it's hard to be grateful for things. Oh, it so is hard to be grateful. But I want people to realize how truly amazing they are. I don't know. I am like all life, all consciousness, especially consciousness, right? Like I'll smash a bug But like, human beings are this weird, weird thing. I mean, you think about the creation of the universe. That is weird and requires so many things to be in place for that to work the way it did. Think about the way the earth worked, the sun, the fact that we live here, that life evolved. And then on top of all of that, all of those things, we have consciousness. What the heck even is this? But celebrate it, cherish it, take care of it. Best you can. You're not always going to be perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to hate it. You're going to be like, oh, this consciousness sucks. I hate it. I want it to stop being there. But it really is special. And it's not around forever. I love the idea that someday we'll all live forever. One of the things that draw people in religion. Hey, I get to live forever. I get to praise Jesus and sing with a chorus of angels for all eternity. A very beautiful notion. Love it. As far as I know, it's not going to happen. We only exist here for a short amount of time. This consciousness, it's here, and whether you like it or not, it will go away on you. So definitely don't end it early. You just don't know what you're capable of. But that consciousness, like, you just don't know. And even if you're not, like, gonna put yourself out right now today, I'm not asking people to be like, be your best self, seize the day. That's not what I'm saying. Do those things, that's great, if you can. But, like, if you just need to be a couch potato for today, go be a couch potato. It's okay. I love you, couch potato. You dumb, self-hating couch potato. I love you. You're still worthy. So, yeah. Just keep going. Just keep going. There will be a time where maybe something will work out. Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll be sad your whole life and die eventually. I think it's unlikely. And maybe in some other talk I'll be like, let's try and fix that too. But for now, it's like, just hold on. Just hold on. Just keep going. Things don't make sense. You feel miserable. You hate yourself. I want to tell you, you are worthy. And hold on. We will get through it. We will find something. We'll find some sort of happiness, some sort of meaning, purpose, and joy. It will come. You don't see it. Maybe you think I'm just lying to your face. Maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Will things work out? I don't know. We might all die tomorrow. Some unseen asteroid will fly through space, blow us all up. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that's going to end that you could have control over. You don't have control over so much. I don't have control over my genome. I have a Y chromosome. It sucks. I hate it. I don't like my Y chromosome. It makes me a gross, ugly, terrible human being. I hate myself for it. I don't have control over that. That's how I feel about myself. It's not great. I need to work on it. But even with that, even with the things I can't control that have put me where I am today, I'm still worthy. I'm still okay. I'm still worth holding on for. Am I having an existential crisis? Oh, it must be Tuesday. It's about that time. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I was talking to somebody I care about. They're having a rough time. I was dealing with being mad at Crumpet, dealing with a lot of stuff. And I just wanted to put my thoughts out there, I guess. Put myself out there. I'm deeply troubled. I have so many issues. I am such a mess. I am not some Firefox, some idol you throw on a stand and be like, look at her, she's cute, she's perfection, she's like, I could never be like her. You don't even know. I'm such a dumb butt. I really am not that special. I am very grateful for, like, I don't know, the opportunities I've had. I always feel like I don't deserve them. And I often don't capitalize on them because I'm like, I don't deserve this. It's one of the many reasons I don't get up in the morning. But I don't know. Even when I hate myself at my most, for some reason, something in me is like, I guess it helps me to reflect on how unbelievable it is I'm here in the first place. Not just as a streamer, that is fun and special, but just like at all. It's crazy that I exist. I get to live at a time where we have like cool technology, food isn't super scarce. I get to make a living entertaining people on the internet. I am so insanely privileged. I really am. I'm white, which I don't know, white people have been like, I don't know, I just feel like minorities got trod on a lot, especially throughout history. I am privileged by my race, by my position in a well-to-do country. There are so many people in the world who can't even watch the stream, never heard of Twitch, never held anything more expensive than $20 in their hand. They're just getting by, struggling, working, and like, I am so privileged to just be able to stand here and do this. It's insane. So for me, I guess, and I don't know if it helps other people to hear me ramble on about it, but like, for me, when I'm hating myself and I'm feeling down, it helps to try and turn it and just try and be grateful for what I have. Sometimes it doesn't seem like a whole lot. Sometimes it seems like I'm always stressed. I'm always worried about losing my apartment. I'm always worried about not being the woman I want to be. I have a million things to worry about. But the fact that, like, those are my problems over, like, well, hopefully I'll be able to, like, eat today. I haven't been faced with that one yet. I've had money go lean, but, like, I'm never afraid of starving to death. That's not going to happen to me. Even if I, like, just stopped working and became a lump on a couch, I'm not going to die because of that. Which is not true for a lot of people. A lot of people, if they don't work, they don't eat. Some people can't work and they die because they can't eat. They're like living in some very difficult place. They have a disability, maybe they get injured. They straight up die. Throughout history, that's just kind of, that's how it's been. You don't work, you die. And I don't have that problem, which is pretty amazing. So I don't know. Try and find things to be grateful about. Ponder the absolute absurdness of even existing in the first place. Somehow that helps me and I get through it. And I'm like, I don't want to kill myself. I have been suicidal. Or I find myself fantasizing about my own funeral. Like, if I killed myself right now, my mom would be crying. And I would feel loved because of that. And I'm so desperate for love that killing myself feels like the only way, to even get a modicum of love. Just not true. That's not. I don't know, I've had that thought. I've thought about my friends in VR chat. If I killed myself, would they cry for me? Would they love me? It's a dark, morbid, terrible thought. But it's definitely one I've had. And when I find myself thinking about things like that, if you find yourself thinking about things like that, grab yourself, whatever you can do. Just know that you are amazing and worthy and wonderful. And that, it's worth keeping on going, worth holding on. I'm not suicidal right now. Just to make that clear, I am doing okay. Things aren't always easy peasy, but I'm okay. I just worry about people who, I don't know, of the people I've met in VR chat and grown close to, I believe at least 8 of them have told me about being suicidal. Some of them have even had big scares where they have really hurt themselves. And I don't know how to help them. I know I've been there. I've not actually hurt myself before. I just know what it's like to feel like you're worth dirt, less than dirt. Feel like you really just aren't worth living for. I know what that feels like. I don't know how to I don't know if there's anything I can say that can just fix it for you. But I just want you to know, people who are my friends, people who are just watching me for the first time, whoever, you are worth it. Doesn't seem like it, but you are. And there will be a time where you will grow, you will change. Honestly, people who have these kind of issues, they make it's sad. It's sad and beautiful, but people who have depression, they are often just the most beautiful souls. You don't know, maybe the thing that makes you amazing is that you were depressed, you wanted to kill yourself, and then you didn't. And then when you found somebody else who was in that dark hole, you know what that hole is like, and maybe you can just relate to them, you can empathize. Maybe that's the thing you'll do. You'll just be able to help people who are in that same spot. I have often felt very helpless though in trying to help people like that. I don't know what all the solutions are. Definitely professional help. I mean, that is definitely good call, Finard. Listen to them, try and be there for them if you can, and try and get them professional help. Sometimes you can do more, sometimes you can't. I know a lot of people who hate themselves because people they were close to killed themselves. I do not. I've been lucky. I have not had to experience that. I don't know what to even say to people who've had to deal with that. It's not your fault. Depression is a horrifying thing. Suicide is horrifying. And it can take out people who are more loved than anybody else. Sometimes they're just, you do your best, and sometimes it's not enough. I have a friend, I have a couple of friends who have lost people that way. I know one that blames himself for it. Do what you can to help people around you. You have a responsibility to do your best, but you are not responsible for what they do. You just aren't. Try and help if you can. Sometimes it's not appropriate for you to even be the person to try and help. Sometimes, it's not about you, it's about them. People who are dealing with depression and suicide, I don't want people to hate themselves or be mad at themselves because they did lose people that way. I don't know, it's like I say, I don't have a lot of experience talking about that. And I think most people who deal with suicidal people, unless they're just the most unlucky people on the earth, like most people who have somebody kill themselves, hopefully it's not something that's happened before. So all of us are so inexperienced with trying to help. Trying to help people recognize the issues they're dealing with, hopefully, can be a start. Professional help. It can, there are things I wish I had professional help. I don't know how I really get it, because I feel like it always costs money. I have to go pay for therapy, talk about being a trans weirdo on the internet. I could use some professional help. I just don't feel like I have it available. Maybe I do. It really should be something I look into. But I hope that, I don't know. If I can say anything to you right now, you're worthy. You really are. It's not about if I love you or other people love you. You are worthy of love. And you're worth your own love. You really, really are. If you can find that, I really do think that things can get better. I am still working on my things. A lot of the times I don't love myself. I really don't. But things will, I don't know. Things will hopefully get better. I'm gonna keep trying, I guess. Yes, I will. It's worth trying. I'm gonna die anyways. When I am old and frail and my heart gives out or my brain or whatever, a million ways that the universe it has your number anyways. So at least while I can, I'll just keep going. I'll keep trying things. Maybe streaming will work out. Maybe I'll do D&D. Maybe I'll have some other thing. Maybe my story does have some cool ways I can go with it. I'm in a pretty good place right now. I'm not super depressed. I'm doing pretty well. I feel like I have options. I know a lot of people feel like they don't. I know when I get super depressed, it doesn't matter what I do, that I'm just done for. I'm just not going to make it. But I hope that you guys can when you feel that way, you just remember how special you are, how unique you are in the universe, and that you can find things to work towards, to strive on. Purpose doesn't exist. It just doesn't. There's no purpose. There's no reason we're here. Religion likes to come up with all sorts of, oh, well, because of this or that or whatever. There is no purpose. There is no meaning. It's just something we make up as we go. And that doesn't make it unimportant that like it doesn't naturally inherently exist. Purpose is still important, which is redundant, but it is something you have to find and make. You have to make purpose. It doesn't exist. You don't find it, you make it. You have to make purpose. And it's hard. And it's weird because you're like, well, what's the point? There is no point. You have to make the point. That is purpose. I'm not sure what my purpose is. Thank you. We're sick. But yeah, purpose. There's no answer to it. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what your purpose is. But if you keep trying, maybe you'll find it. Maybe, well, you won't find it, but you'll make it. If you keep trying to make it, maybe you'll like figure something out. You'll be like, you know what? I was friends with Autumn. I was friends with DJ, with Yashai, with Jades, with Mango. What was the point of being friends with them? I don't know. But it's important to me. It feels purposeful. I guess that's part of where I find my purpose. But even just being me, I think there's a purpose to being me. I don't know what it is. I think there's something though. Just even without defining myself off of my friendships or whoever I'm in love with or whatever, because I'm cringe like that. But just being alive, just existing. I don't know what the purpose is to it, but I think there is something. Not sure what it is. Just existing. And I'll make something. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe I'll never know what I make, what purpose I'll create. But I'm pretty sure there will be something, some sort of purpose that I create in the world. Something that is important enough for me to be happy that the universe exists, that I exist. I feel like love for family, for friends, sometimes that's important. You make that important. But that can sometimes backfire. Sometimes if like friendships or relationships crumble on you, because they do. Not always, but you'll lose people through just distance, anger, whatever, incompatibility. You know, that's not all the purpose in the world. There can be purpose in love. But that's not it. That's not the only way you can find it or make it. Please put a paw in front of another. Yeah, that's good. Good thing. There are a million ways to say all the things I've said. And I'm one of a billion people who have probably thought about these. I think everyone who's had some form of consciousness has been like, why am I here? The big question. So far, my working theory is like, I don't know. There's no reason you're here. You just have to make one up as you go. This is how it works. What's your favorite letter? Let's do more Yummy. Let's try and lighten up. Favorite letter. Ooh, good question. I want to say B because it's my name and it's fun to write in cursive. Actually, no, L. L is my favorite because it's the funnest to write in cursive. It's like big loops. So L is my favorite. Followed probably by B. I would have guessed D. Oh, go wait. Okay, that's true. D is pretty good. I do like the D. I am so weird. I have like. I think I've hyped it up to myself a lot. But like these days, I am actually obsessed with cock. I'm actually like, oh, cocks make me horny. They turn me on. I like them. I love the idea of them. They're cute. They're wonderful. I love cocks. Hey, good morning. Good to see you. Love you. That's the Firefox stream. Philosophy. I don't know. I am changing gears. Trying to just be a little more lighthearted. Talked a lot about it. I like in Bo Burnham where they do that, like that's how the world, well, I guess he does the that's how the world works. They like talk about terrible stuff that has happened in the world and is happening in the world. And like Bo turns to the little sock bucket and is like, wow, that's some heavy stuff. And the sock bucket just turns to him and is like, no shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know if it's a coping mechanism, whether it's good or bad, but after like getting all heavy and stuff, it's like I could use with some levity. So yeah, so I was 100% straight for 30 years, but I think I agree with you. Cock is pretty nice. It kind of is. I mean, if you're not into cock, it's fine. But cock is pretty much the best. Never think this way again. No, I will think this way. I think this way a lot. I'm okay with that. I can deal with it. I can find my purpose and happiness. Not always, but I will have my low times, and I'm okay with that. Part of who I am. And it's okay to be low. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be sad, to feel like crap. It's okay to feel like crap. Feeling like crap is perfectly normal. Definitely, once you try and not feel like crap if you can. Definitely better to not feel like crap than to feel like crap. But don't hate yourself if you feel like crap. Just it happens. I like it's just part of this. Part of it. This whole living thing. Feeling like crap, just part of it. Don't like you don't necessarily need to accept it as the status quo. Definitely times where it's like medication therapy help. You can try and figure out how to not feel like crap. It's worth trying to not feel like crap. But sometimes you will. It's okay. Usually a lurker. I want to thank you for sharing. No. I was just having a hard time sleeping. I was like laying in bed and my brain was going. So I was like, you know what? I want to get on. I want to feel pretty for a little bit. So I want to get in VR chat. I'm like, well, if I'm going to get in VR, might as well turn on the camera. Just vent my little brain. I bottle stuff up a lot. One of the things that go in my head, I just like keep them in and I push them down. And I'm like, well, I'll die before I let this out. But today I was like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna flip on the camera and be like, hey. I don't know, something about it. Just like I wanted to be 100% me right now. All the people who watch me, all my viewers, my fans, my friends. I just wanted to be like, this is me. I feel strongly about that sometimes. Because being a virtual e-girl, whatever, like, this could be anybody. This blue hair, green eyes, it's pretty, could be anybody. But today, this is me. In my Discord, how I think, this is who I am. So yeah, I mean, you want to go on my Discord, look at the pictures, and be like, oh, weird, look at that weird gay femboy. Gross. That's who you're talking to right now. That's the person. That's me. 100% me. You're talking to somebody named V. Paulson. So, I would again from the camera at some point. At some point, probably. I don't know. It'll be a while. They want to be called iLadies. I'm not an Apple product, I'm Mozilla. So I wouldn't be an iLady. I would be an e-girl, the more generic term. I'm open source, baby. You're not an iLady unless you're made by Apple. Otherwise, you're just an e-girl. I lay these nuts on your face. It's alright. Good morning. I saw you on. I guess you're usually on when I'm like off or asleep. But I did see you on earlier today. I'm like, I want to hang out with Kamori. And I would love to do that with you. We will have to set a rain check or something since you have an appointment. She didn't get it. What did my lady's nuts on your face. Did I say? I don't know. Did I say something that was like I got him? Oh, iLady. Ow. I got it. Took me a second. iLady's nuts on your. Don't judge me. I got there. Took me a while. What's a pretty good one, though? Hey, lady. I'll have to remember that one. Okay, my controller has kind of just been the worst. I have other controllers I could replace it with. But it is annoyingly important to me that my finger movements be one-to-one. Like, this is pretty good over here. This controller is like having, like, my hand's completely open right now. But it sticks. Why do you do this? I need to do a more regular movie night. All of us, okay, me and all my friends and all the people I know and love, all of us are like, oh, I wish I saw people more. And then, like, we just, like, isolate ourselves and, like, feel lonely. I do that hardcore. Maybe, like, a movie night regularly would be fun. I kind of had that going on in Discord, but people stopped showing up. Events like that tend to come and go. It would be nice, though, to have something important to just, like, be with each other on, like, a regular basis. What the Gator used to be for me was just, like, an important reason to be with a lot of people every day. It made it special to me. But, yeah, definitely need to get something to help me spend time with my friends. Because if we left to ourselves, we're all, like, terrible introverts. It stand out in the rain. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream. I said what I wanted to say. So last stuff. And I kept talking, which I tend to do. Yeah, it's difficult. Hurting introverted cats. So, yeah, I stream not the most ideal slot. I really should mix it up more. Give more people an opportunity to come watch. I feel like streaming. I do want to keep my normal slot. Maybe some days I should move to be like late days. I don't know. I don't know if it's better to have like a straight consistency or if it's okay if I like bounce around as long as it's a regular schedule. You guys all know how terrible I am at schedules. Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of my regulars here, like Ark, Name, I think has been in. Ish is here, Sausage, Yasu. And I think some people who don't come around a whole lot. It's good to see people like that. Imagine doing daily streams. The more you know. Ebo, thank you so much. Oh, for Arcrox, I see those, and I just read Tebow, and it's like, another person, Arcrox, is like, you have to stay here for like 6 months now. But thank you for hanging out, and thank you, Arc, for the giving them the subs. Yeah, if you're supposed to be sleeping, go sleep. I do not want to ruin people's schedules. Luckily, tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully you can just get through that and get into the weekend. But if you need to sleep, go sleep. Go sleep, dummy head. I love you. But you need to go sleep. You're the boss of me. True. Here, let's do some ASMR. You go sleep. Then maybe I'll get off. I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's so early in the morning. Maybe I should keep going. I really don't know. I think if I go to sleep now, I'm not going to stream tomorrow. 'cause it's too late. Do I keep going for like a 12-hour stream? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I don't know. Sorry, I was coughing. 24-hour stream? Oh, please no. I could like switch to desktop. Or like control or something. Or what games have I started with you? I haven't even kept track. I think I did Horizon Zero Dawn at one point. So all of Tales of Symphonia. I have Minecraft. I play Minecraft. I have. I don't know. I don't know why people would watch games that so boring to watch like a nobody. I'm a complete nobody. I'm not good at games. Not very creative. I'm not like a good gamer. So I feel like the appeal of me just like going playing around in games, it's like you would want to watch that. I don't know. I know Quinoa. Like she just does pure variety these days, and it's working out really well for her. She's really pie. So I guess there is somehow that is the way to stream. It's not the way people were originally intended to stream. I guess apparently, Twitch is not about anime virtual girls like shaking their butts in front of you on camera. Apparently, something about this website has to do with video games. News to me. I'm more of the like a microphone for 3 hours. Start a porn empire. Just go the go the Amaranth route or whatever. Or is it Amaranth or what's her name? I don't know. The one girl who people in my Discord were talking about, who's like, yeah, baby, I sell my booty and I make the big bucks. I do realize that some of the pictures I post in my Discord are a bit, not something you would go shopping at. I'm not, I didn't post them because I'm like, oh, look how confident and beautiful I am. I don't have booba. But I was like, you know what? That's why I look like. For now. Maybe eventually I'll get booba. Just give Pugs a sub for giant booba. Please, thank you. Art Rocks, I posted a bunch of pictures. They're all kind of that same age though. I don't know, that was like right when I quit Best Buy, so I was like pretty fit, for me anyways. And I don't know, I just haven't had the confidence lately to take pictures of myself. Plus, I don't think that I don't want to make that a big part of my stream of like posting pictures of myself. The point of this wasn't to be like, oh, look at the appeal. You must have me, so give me your money. It was just to be like, this is who I am. You know? A lot of my mods have like shared pictures. You know, everyone at GatorCon went on screen, on camera. And I'm like, you know what? This is who I am. Not exactly what I want it to be, but yeah. I think those pictures are actually from before I started streaming. I don't know. I could take more pictures, but I don't know. I just don't take pictures of myself. The last picture, I hate to admit this, but like, I'm just gonna say it. The last picture I took of myself, oh my gosh, because I only really take pictures for other people who I am in a relationship with. The last picture of myself was not something I could post on my Discord. And that I'm a little bit ashamed is like the only new picture of myself I've ever sent to anybody. It was also the first picture of that type, which is my naked self I've sent to anybody. Oh my gosh. Felt kind of cool though. Like that was like, I guess it was a year ago. Gosh, even that picture's old. But like, it's like the first time I sent somebody a full nude. Oh my gosh. Weird. It made me feel special though. Having somebody you like trust enough to just be like fully naked for, and like feel like they're gonna like you'll get good response for it. Does feel nice. To feel physically wanted. And like for real. Not just in PR chat avatar, but like look at my naked booty. And they're like, dang, I wanna I don't know. Do not safe for work things to your naked booty. I am. What should I do? I literally have no plan. I am being of whimsy and coughing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I am. I don't know. I don't get. I guess my dad said something to me, and I took it completely the wrong way. Supposedly, I think something Benjamin Franklin said, or something. Maybe I'm totally misquoting. I don't know. I don't even know the original quote, but it was something along the lines of like, "Be where you are," or something. The idea being like, don't ever just be somewhere because like you supposedly should be there. Like I don't like the idea of filling a seat. Like I work at school. If I'm at work and I'm literally just like not doing anything, it kills me. Oh, it just is the worst. And I feel that way with streaming sometimes because I'm like, do I just like sit on stream and just talk and keep talking even when I don't have anything to say? Do I like play some game that like I'm not really feeling like would be entertaining? I want my streams to be like Firefox is here because she has something for me to see. She has something she's passionate about or loves or like thinks is important or funny. Like I want to share and make content that like I don't know. I hate this like you always have to be there making content. Hopefully some of it will be good. Which is how Twitch works. Like I kind of need to get used to that as an idea, but I do like it to be like this is content I have made for you. That like I have put time and care and thought into. My catnap. I swear OBS used to have what my uptime was. Isn't it? Oh yeah, it's right there. I've only been streaming 2.5 hours. What to do? You don't always have to put up show. The ones who are here for a while now. Glad you're here. Very social as it sounds. Maybe my bar for content is low, but I feel like this was good content. Only 10 more hours to get. Hey, there's no way I'm making it 10 hours. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if I just did a lot of ASMR, just sat here and do this for like 10 hours. Oh, that's exactly what I don't get. It's like, you streaming is better than not streaming. So whether you do anything or not is not super important. How is that a job? How is that how people make money? It's like, it doesn't actually matter what you're doing. Just that you're like, streaming. Yeah, that's how it works. That is how Twitch is. That is how you stream on Twitch. You just stream. I have some peers who will just like sit like this and just like listen to music and just be like for like 4 hours. What the heck is that? I just don't get it. It works. I don't blame them for doing it. But that's just not like what I want to do. If I'm doing something, I want it to be meaningful. Like I said, you have to like make purpose. I don't know. I guess not all the time. I don't always have to be like going crazy. It's just sharing whatever it is you happen to be doing is like sometimes nice. I'll see you, Ark. Thank you for popping out. I am a little bit sorry for like, I know there are people who really care about me and my, oh my gosh, in my community. And I know that some of you it's like, oh my gosh, a live notification from Fox. I have to like be there for her. And I appreciate it. But I feel so sorry for you. Because you're like, oh my gosh. You're way too kind. Way too. You like, I don't know. you care about me more than I care about myself. It's weird. Not exactly always the highest bar. I don't know. What about yourself now? Okay, I mean, I do care about myself. I feel like my voice has not gotten much better. As much as I hate to admit it, Crumpet's right, my voice is super mumbly. I'm proud that I'm not a mute, but I do need to work on my voice. I almost feel like bullying me is like a test on whether I can take it and just be content and okay and just, not take it personally. But, I've decided I'm not gonna like hang out with people like that. Just not. I'm better than that. Better than just going around with bullies. Even if most of it's in fun, a lot of it isn't. It's not worth it. Yeah, Taro, you're right. I know. Crumpet sits there and he's like, oh, I'm a cyberbully. I'm an internet terrorist. How funny. Ha ha ha. And a lot of it isn't good fun. I do consider him a friend, so him saying, oh, your voice is crappy, be a mute. Fine, whatever, but it was a little bit hurtful. And frankly, the fact is he does it to everybody all the time, and I'm done. I am done, like, with giving excuses and feeling like it's okay. I'm sick of it. And the price he'll pay for it is I'm not gonna be his friend anymore. Which I haven't been for forever, and I don't think he's giving a crap about that, so just go our own ways. Whatever. Not like either of us is really losing anything at this point. Oh, he is a very, very funny person, and him being rude, not gonna lie, it's very funny. It really is. And making fun of people is content. Just what are you willing to do for content? And I think some joking and some poking and prodding, not bad. But last couple of days I've spent with him, that's like all he is. He's like a prickly little pear. And I'm like, not a pear I want to eat. So I'm just gonna go do my own thing. Anyway, it's good though. It's helped. I feel okay about myself, about my decisions and the results, the consequences of my actions, where I am today. I don't. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. It is. I feel like I made the right choice a year ago. I feel like I will find happiness. I'll have to like keep looking back to the past to be happy. I like hope I'll be happy again from it. I can just move on. Better people, more genuine, caring people. And it will be good. Even if it's not on Twitch. This Twitch, let's be honest, has a bunch of toxic adolescent kids who just find making fun of people to be the funniest thing in the world. It really does foster. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Does foster a lot of negativity. I don't know. I guess also before we actually used to talk and stuff. And after not having talked to him for like months and months and months and then coming back and just getting the rudeness and none of the friendship, it was like, no, not for me. Not here. There's definitely better. I need to stop talking about that. Just move on. I want to be like some giant twit longer, which I essentially just did. But I feel like what I said was fair and accurate to how I feel, how I perceive the world around me. I wasn't like scathing. I'm not saying don't watch Crumpet. He's fine. He's funny. Just know that I'm moving on. I want to do more dancing though. With like, that was really fun with XCon and like Mango and Ika. Christos was there. Ruby. There are pockets of the community that are my dummy hip trackers going now. There are pockets of the community that I would like to continue to engage with and focus on. I do need to find people to raid. I think my days of raiding Crumpet ended. Last time I raided him. I'm gonna find other people who actually give a crap. I don't know. I'll think about it. Friends like Snowbreeze and Gamari got me thoughts sometimes. I don't know who else. Maybe members of my community who have started streaming would be good. I'll be honest, I've been a little bit hesitant to raid some of you. I love your guts. I do have a few friends from my community who have started streaming. I just feel like I just don't want to have like some weird favoritism thing going on. I know there's like a dozen of you, or like at least 6 of you I know of, who've like started streaming. I want to just like pick one of you out and start rating them, and then having the rest be like, wow, why are you rating me? I've kind of tried to just avoid that. Even though I love you guys, I love your streams, and I wish you the best of luck. But I just don't want to have some sort of weird favoritism. Like, oh well, this person gives you a lot of subs, so you start rating them, and blah blah blah. I know that probably wouldn't be a big problem. I trust you guys to be like more like mature than that and all, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad idea to like pick out a few people from my community to raid. I feel like that could just create problems. And that's been my only hold up, really. Like, I love you. There are some of you who stream and have been in my community. If you see this, you know who I'm talking to. I love you, I really do. I have thought about raiding you, but I just don't want to, like, show weird favoritism. You know? honestly, if you guys are right about like how long I've been like my view count tonight, maybe I really should think about mixing up time slot. Do the late night thing. Like a lot of people will stream like right after Rob and get pretty good numbers. Might not be a bad idea. I don't know. I want to keep my old slot though, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who become regulars who like that time just works well. I won't lie, I am after that like first day of hanging out with Crumpet recently, right after he raided Rob, we were still in the same world together. I just like went up and like I'm like, hey, thank you, Crumpet, I know. Like, thank you for letting me hang out. It has been really nice. They just like turned to me and just like dead, no emotion. Yeah, I didn't mind. Then like left. I'm like, alright, well, what a friend. Mm. No, I think they just hate my guy, if I'm being honest. Which, fair enough, I have not been kind to them, especially publicly. I'm a public person, which is weird because I'm also very introverted. But it was like, alright, whatever. That's the kindness I get from them. I just get endure their bullying because it's content. It really is just like whatever. I wasn't expecting to just be like, oh, we're old chums, let's hang out and pretend like nothing happened. Like, I get it, there is weird trauma, and I'm a big part of it. I'm responsible for my share. But yeah, it kind of sucked to just feel so little. Like, just. I don't know. I'm a liability to his stream. I'm not good for his brand. So he's gonna treat me like dirt. It's pathetic. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was thinking going back. I am getting in my own head again. Talking about stuff I don't really want to talk about. I said my stuff. Knowing me, I'll probably bring it up again. Just me being dumb. There is like. It is annoying though how like. Crappy people get more attention, more. You know. Being a self centered jerk pays. I'm not even talking about Trump, I'm just talking like Jeff Bezos. Like. Billionaires and millionaires and like. Big wealthy businessmen. I'm sure there's some who have some moral integrity, but like being a dick pays. Being rude, taking care of yourself, not caring about others. There's a little bit of injustice in the world sometimes. It's not like the end of all goodness, but like unfortunate. Group of penguins in the water is called a raft, but on land they're called a waddle. How much does a roof cost? It's on the house. I am sleepy. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. It's a short stream after not streaming for 2 days in a weird time. I would go dancing, I guess. I'm afraid my headset will just like start cutting out on the music again. I need to put on the old like headset speaker things that the Vive Pro has. Which is annoying. I think this is a good time slot because like if I start around midnight, there's still plenty of like NA frogs hanging around. And I guess I can catch a few EU people. Is it like, I don't even know what time it is for you. It's like super early or something. What time is it for you in like the EU? Is it like 8 in the morning? Or like 10 or something? 12? Midday? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like midday, a lot of people are at work. Then for like NA, it would be like people going to bed. I don't know. I could just stream like an ideal NA time where like people are home from work. They have like hung out for a little bit and then they're like ready to chill and like go to bed. I don't know. I'll think about it. I might try mixing it up. I have no idea who the other Firefoxes are. They never told me or talked to me about anything. They're just like, hey, we'll just be you. Weird. Okay. Well, I'll just take it as flattery, I guess. Alright, I am... What should I do? I think I'm going to go to bed. I'm out of content. I didn't get on to be super entertaining today. I just had stuff to blow off my chest. This is exactly the reason why I'm toxic to that gator community. They're there to be ridiculous and to like, I don't know, make content, be like rude to each other because it's funny. And I just come here, I'm like, you know what, maybe don't be a dick. Get real. I don't know, it's okay. Do my own thing. If it doesn't work out, go get a job or whatever. I am done moping about a community full of like bullies. I'm just done. Just pick out the people I want to out of it, spend time with them. You know who really stands out to me is like freaking XCon, Kojima. I didn't even know him that well from the lobby. Like, he was brand new when I left. And he has like always been so nice. Always like being encouraging, asking me to hang out. I like XCon a lot. He's a good guy. Bingo's pretty cool. He's still an enigma to me. I don't know anything about Mingo. He is like one of the people I've spent the most time with. I'm still like, who Mingo? See, like me doing it like, hey, this is me. Some people might be like, oh, crazy cool. If like Mingo, unmuted, had pictures of themselves in their Discord, people would lose their minds. But they want to, do their own thing and just like, hey, this is why I'm on stream, who I'm comfortable sharing. That works too. Mango is the mango, true. We all stream for different reasons, I guess. My own have changed. I've kind of had to. Now my stream's kind of just about me. I want to change it to like the one thing I want to do, the dumb thing nobody wants to watch, and that's D&D. Everyone I talk to. Who was I just talking to? I was talking to Bakaro. I talked to somebody else, and they're all like, D&D is cool, Fox, but like I'll warn you that like every D&D stream I've seen gets like no viewers. I think somebody was talking about XCon, how like XCon can get like 100 or 200 people normally, and then like he did like no, not XCon. I talked to Autumn, and it was a friend of Autumn's. We used to do like RP and stuff and get like 100 or 200 viewers. But then he would go to D&D, get like 30 people. Yeah, I do D&D on stream. I want to make it a bit of a production. Cause yeah, being super casual and like just laying back playing D&D, it's fun to do, but not so much to watch. Which is why I am trying to put in the extra effort to get a really cool environment, cool minis, cool maps. Like my goal, and I know I can't be like a clone of it. I have to be my own version of it. But like, I love Dimension 20. They are really funny. They're like good actors, good improv people, comedians. They are a joy to watch. That would be what I would want to go for. Maybe go with a more like classic fantasy slant, because they always do like crazy themes that are like really off the wall, which is really fun. But I think I would stick with a more mundane sword and shield, wizards, and fantasy. Yeah, I would the thing is, my whole deal with D&D, why I'm willing to take the risk, is because I'm going to do it on Saturdays, and I don't stream on Saturdays. It's going to just be my additional thing that I do. So I can still do normal VR chat streams like I've always done. But then on Saturdays, I want to have D&D. And if it grows, and it can stand on its own and people will watch it, great. If they don't, and I only get 2 viewers, then I'll stream it for those 2 viewers. Because that's what I want to do on my Saturday. And if streaming is about doing what you want to do, and I want to try doing something I want to do. And if it gets a bajillion million viewers and I'm the #1 streamer on Twitch, because turns out virtual reality Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of transgender fox girls or whoever else ends up playing with me is like the best content on earth, then I'll just sit and be like, wow, it worked out. Awesome. Probably not what's gonna happen, but hopefully we'll see. Hopefully it works okay. It's been, I don't know, for some reason I feel like I have to have all of the minis for all of the monsters on my map before it's done. And while that is true, it's gonna take forever to do. Oh, it's so tedious. I've been chipping away at it, but it stopped me from like kind of killing some of the passion. And it's keeping me from like doing other improvements that might be more noticeable. So maybe I should put a hold on adding monsters. And I'll get like the camera system set up. I'll get some more stuff on the shelves. I'll refine the user interface. And then try streaming it. And then I'll just add monsters as I go. Also, I need to rewrite my character sheet importer tool because right now I have it so if you export the data from the PDF using Adobe Acrobat Pro, it puts it in a certain format. And then I just import it using its like I guess context sensitive or like sequentially sensitive, so the data has to be in a certain order. And doing it that way, it works with Adobe Pro. But you have to pay money, and I need it to not cost money to import your characters. But I found a website called like pdf2data.com. So hopefully it's not stealing all of your information. It's a free website that you can use. You upload your filled out PDF, and it will export all your fields into a text file. And then you can copy and paste the text file into my map. Then I can make instructions on a poster that says, go to the Wizards of the Coast website, grab this PDF. Or go to my Discord even and grab the PDF there. Then I get people coming in for Discord. And then be like, okay, fill out the PDF, save it, go to this random website, get your file back, and then put that in my map, and now your character sheet is in my map for you to use. And yeah, for free. And I also need to, but yeah, so I need to rewrite that so it fits the order that the website outputs the data because it is different, which is annoying. And then I have to, there are things I want to do, like I wanted to synchronize data so people can see each other's character sheets, and also I wanted to display player character information on my DM screen, and eventually on an overlay I want to make for streaming. So I'll have myself in the corner like right here, have like half the table here, half the table in the bottom part, and then like a camera on the table here. And then underneath all the players will be the character names with like their current hit points. And like a health bar. Like that's something that Dimension 20 does. So like when they take damage, they actually like show on screen a health bar that goes like blue and it like drops. And I want to do something like that. So when I adjust the health on my, or when the players adjust the health on the character sheet, I want the health bar to like drop on the screen. So that wouldn't be too hard to do. I have all the tools and the know-how to make that work. Yeah. My one problem I have, and I don't know a fix for it, stupid pickup distance. I can turn it down as low as it will go, but when you try and click on the DM screen to change the monster health, the dice and the other pickups all get in the way. And same with if you pull the book out and you go to adjust the health on your character. I think that one will be a little bit easier to manage, but pickups could still get in the way. If I could figure out that problem, I would be so happy. Like, the one big problem I have that I don't know how to deal with. Alright, Yasu, okay, I'm gonna go. So you can fall asleep. I'll stop talking about nothing. Cause yeah, I need things to work together well. Things getting in the way of other things is like annoying. It makes it hard to use. I'll see you guys. I love you all. I'm going to end stream. Who's live right now? Let me pull up a browser. Go to my favorite website. Follow my favorite friends on twitch.tv. Yes, it's hard to like manage everything in VR. Yep. Oh, Kunoa-san? You know if I got Kimber, Kunoa. Oh, I'll read Kunoa. That would be nice. Tell her, what should you tell her? The fox does not forget. Or something. Tell her I love her. And I miss her. I haven't seen her in over a year. Tell her she's a big butthead. And tell her that, even though she also has blue hair, my booba are bigger or something. I don't know, gonna tell her something. Quinoa. Qynoa. Boom. Alright. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for my weird little stream. Weird time of day. It's been really nice to talk to all of you. I love you a lot. I'll see you all. Goodbye. I am just gonna end the raid. So, copy up the message. Cause here we go. Ending early, cause I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Did I click it?